Alright, hello fun and welcome back to my Tuesday night live stream of Kingdom Come Deliverance, where of course today we're going to be continuing on with our medieval adventures, where unfortunately we're now in Godwin's body. I was really hoping to continue the whole council meeting thing, but no, we've been pulled out of that and are now at the other meeting of all the other lords. Somewhere, I don't know where exactly. I forget where they did say. I'm sure it's in the Kottabos area, but I don't remember. But yeah, so now we are in Godwin's body, which means none of our skills, none of our equipment, none of our weapons, none of our money. It saddens me when I don't have all of my things. And does also mean it's probably going to be a pretty chatty episode today, considering we are currently at a party of, well, gathering of all the various nobles. So, yeah, got a lot of people we're probably got to talk to. But we'll see how it all does pan out. And Jay, what you got there? Just found out Wizards of the Coast have a UA for Scion class for modern D&D stuff. Interesting. Oh, okay. Weird. I've never really done much with modern D&D, so. But alright. Cowardice. Oh, dear God, man. And how do you know there's not? We haven't gone anywhere yet. We literally ended the last stream at the party when we first got there. Okay, well, apparently I've discovered 2 beds already, which is interesting. Let's go into our journal and see what's what in here real quick. And still got all of our other quests here amusingly, which I find funny. Henry. That's pretty funny. Oh, yeah, we're at this castle. Okay, I remember now. I remember where we are now. Okay, and after arriving at Bush, Godwin finally had the opportunity to meet Baron Brabant, who until recently was Lord Capon's fellow prisoner at Malashov. Capon suggests to Godwin that he try and welcome representatives from Kottabos' Jewish community to the Arabish meeting. The old and respected rabbi arrived accompanied by a young man who seemed not at all comfortable with being among the nobility. Fair enough. So we gotta go meet the rabbi, and we also need to meet Brabant. Got it. So yeah, meet the Baron Brabant there. And I'm sure probably others, but let's see which is which, H and I. I'd like to talk to the rabbi first, frankly. Aye, perfect. Okay. So noble. Ah, rabbi. Very obvious rabbi. Hello, and who's the person with him? Samuel, of course it's Samuel. Got it. Hi, you guys.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community.
You could have put in that better,
I'm
Godwin.
My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet,
How do you know I'm a priest?
it's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here.
That's fair.
I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Gutenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Hi,
We
Samuel.
would rather not be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need.
Too true.
And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
I like this rabbi. Okay, so.
Are you here
Your
to
business?
arrange some trade?
We have more serious matters to attend to here than gaining a few groschen.
Fair.
The situation
Ooh, rep lost.
in the
Ooh,
town
damn.
and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzik Copula?
Oh, yeah.
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. But we did not get off to a very good start.
Yeah, there was the whole trying to kill him bit. Well, you know, yeah, hopefully you get to know each other better soon.
Or maybe you'll get to know each other better. He should be coming here later, by the way. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say?
Yeah, I'm not very good at it, though.
From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry, and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Copula, Henry's real father.
Should you really be saying that part,
He
Godwin?
took care of 20 other Mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Yeah, you know, Godwin loves to drink, but serious moment here. Serious moment here.
Excuse me. I'd better not drink.
Better communion wine than kosher, is it?
Wow, I lost reputation twice on that one. Dang. Damn you, Samuel. Damn you. I'm actually kind of a little bit mad about the first one where we lost, because I figured we were like going down the list on that one, that it wasn't like an accusation on them. But I think that's how they took it. That's how they took it, though. Samuel. Interesting. So we learned a very, very interesting fact about him, though. Huh. Huh. Basically, Henry and him are brothers. Kind of, technically. Ish. Because of Martin. But, alright. I mean, I'm going to try and talk to Capon here for a moment. Nope, you don't care. So it's literally just the Rabbi, Samuel, and then Brabant, huh? Yeah, no one else seems to want to have a chat with me. Fair, I guess? Dang. I was really hoping to talk to some more, though. But, oh well. What you gonna do?
I'm glad you finally accepted.
God, us bastard brothers.
Almost lost all hope.
Still checking for ease.
But understand,
Nope. Hello, Brabant. Introduce myself.
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin, a friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry. We don't know each other.
Baron Vauclin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. The last of my line. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist,
Uh-huh.
And also, à ma manière, a poet.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
No. And I'm glad to meet a new friend.
Yeah, pleasure's all mine.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off.
Yeah, how did he end up in Malashov? Well, I mean, he was defending Kuttenberg, so we had to go somewhere, but why specifically Malashov?
How did you end up imprisoned in Malashov?
Ah, c'est une histoire compliquée. It was after I heroically led the defense of Kottabos, and only lost it narrowly by an unfortunate turn of events.
That needs some explanation. What unfortunate turn of events?
Indeed, I'd like to know.
Oh, misère. It is clear you have never been to war.
Yeah, sci-fi. I'm trying not to lose too much rep here today with this one, so yeah, probably 2's the best. Yeah.
So, be so kind as to enlighten me.
When they broke through the defense, I ended up in captivity. It was only due to my acquaintances in a court that I escaped execution.
Oh? I thought it was Henry who saved your neck.
My neck was not at risk in Malashov. I may have still been a prisoner with my personal freedom restricted. But they never broke my spirit.
Also, I thought he was going to tell us about what happened, what went wrong with the defenses. I feel ripped off. So you said you were a poet, eh?
You say you're a poet? How about a verse or two to amuse us?
Jamais. Is poetry nothing but a fuss to you? Is a poet a gesture for amusement? I think not. To recite, I require the proper mood. And besides, few here would understand me.
I already didn't really care for this dude, but I hate him more now. I thought he was just suspicious at first and annoying. Kind of like a Capon 2.0, but even maybe a little bit worse. Yeah, now... you know, Godwin, he's right in front of a window. Just a little shove. Just a little shove. What's that called? Defenestration? Is that the right word? So where you been?
Where have you been on your travels? Have you seen the ocean?
But of course! I was born by the sea. If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with a merchant caravan all the way to the Ottoman Empire. And if you are interested in my greatest deed, then that was perhaps saving the life of the King of France.
Oh yeah, I
And you
seriously
wouldn't by
doubt that
any
one.
chance know the Pope, personally?
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in Rome. A pleasant fellow.
Yeah, I'm gonna click it. I want to leave. I want to leave, not to lose any rep, but I gotta click it.
How come almost nobody here knows you?
I am operating, as they say. Incognito. My great benefit is my strong connection with the French court. There, everyone knows my name. Here in Bohemia, I'm still building my reputation, slowly, but surely.
Oh, we faded to black. That was it, I guess. Unfortunate. I was hoping to insult him or push him out the window.
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing...
Godwin helping himself to some wine in the background. Damn it, Godwin.
And here, too, he is up against resistance.
Oh, hey.
He's a capable
Yo.
strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner?
I didn't realize Jusko would be here.
Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing.
Well, this meeting isn't going well at all.
I'm not going to die.
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Sci-fi typical politics show.
That
Yeah.
went just as expected. Good health.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people.
Yeah.
He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
Liechtenstein scheming. I mean, I kind of want to click the first one there, but what is this about?
It depends what it's all about.
A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings.
Very much so, yes.
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
If Sigismund decides to mount an attack on the camp, it'd be a massacre.
Ah, but it won't. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves. But he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
Very
And
true.
that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
Yes, why are you doing all this?
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths. And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
I mean, fair. That's fair. And what exactly should I do?
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Haman Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day.
Crap.
Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
Oh god, I've got to convince people. We're boned. We're boned. We're boned. Yeah, first
What if
question.
it doesn't work?
I refuse to even consider that outcome. Because it would mean slow, but certain defeat for all of us.
And why me?
Why me, of all people?
Because you've got a head on your shoulders. You know how to talk, and you're not just out for your own good. You and your friend Henry are similar in that respect. That's why I know I can count on you both. There aren't many like you two left.
All right, well, give me the info on the lords.
Tell me a bit more about those people, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Certainly. Who do you want to start with?
I was going to go down the list, frankly.
Bocek of Kunststadt. I know the name, but I can't quite place him.
That's just the thing. He's got massive estates, great influence, but he holds back. He doesn't play the big game, because he doesn't like to take risks. He always goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up, not even a pair of oxen will hold him back.
All right. And Hominalder?
Alder the Alderman. Wasn't he a Kuttenberg councillor?
He still is. The only one who retained his position after the city was taken. Only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kuttenberg. So his days in the council are numbered.
Oh, yeah,
but
definitely.
He'll continue to have a strong influence on the guilds and the rich burghers. And that's why we need him.
And Anna Waldstein?
Anna of Waldstein. The widow of that rich mine owner. What was his name?
Wenzel Bartosz. And I'm not surprised you forgot.
I was quite surprised to see her here. Assemblies like this are more of a
male affair? So far, Godwin, so far. Anna is holding back and behaving like an exemplary young widow. But don't trust appearances. She's got claws, she knows how to do her sums, and she certainly has no love lost for Sigismund.
And what use can she be to us? Apart from her late husband's money, of course.
She's as sharp as they come when it comes to trade. And she knows a thing or two about diplomacy. There are wicked tongues that claim Bartosz acquired most of his wealth thanks to her. And that it was thanks to her that he died, too.
Oh my. Interesting. Well, all right. I guess we're going to have to go try and do this.
I'll get on it then. Wish me luck.
I wish us both luck. Before the day is over, the die will be cast.
You had to use that line, didn't you? Yeah, sure, Toast.
Success to our plans.
He just put that cup right in his pocket. Okay, well, I do like Liechtenstein being here. He seems like a fun character. I did enjoy him when we first met him. Okay, well, let's do this. I only see 2 of the 3. Somehow. Weird, and they're in here now.
Nobody has the likes of these.
Not even
Well.
Bocek.
Not even
Well, Alder.
I'd like to check your horses out. See if they're as good as you say.
Pa, even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them. Well, well, we have a new guest.
Yo.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to arrest my guests some more?
I want to have a word with Alder.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
This is problematic.
I apologize, Father.
For interrupting our conversation? Or just for being you?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up then. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him.
Yeah, he
Lost
did.
everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
I'd like to.
I wouldn't set foot here if I had a choice. Better to be a priest in some backwater than have a father like you.
How dare you?
You're as shit a father as I am a son. We've got nothing to blame each other for. And now let me speak to Older.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
Yeah, shit.
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies. Take back your challenge, and we'll sort things out peacefully.
You've got no other option. You insulted Father's honor.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence. I can have a word in private with Lord Odorin, the second, as he desires, and then...
Out of the question. This uncouth lout needs a lesson, and he's got plenty to learn from Christopher. By God's grace, I have at least one son I can be proud of.
You want satisfaction? You'll get nothing but shame. As always. Suit yourself, then. We'll fight.
Well, shit.
Come to the outer courtyard, but quietly. We don't have to put on a show for the crowd.
After you.
Well, that's that. Now, where were we?
Well,
Shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher will sort it out, you'll see.
Sci-fi, there's no
Room
escape
for
from
us.
sword combat,
We'll
it
just
seems.
settle
Yeah, it seems.
It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
Oh, well.
You don't know which end of that thing is up.
Wow.
That will do.
He's worse than me. He's worse than me.
My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like
Where
that?
did you?
Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. But you could teach sword fighting in a school.
You were just horrible. But yes, Godwin was in war.
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Aye. Well, I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied.
Eh,
I know.
Okay.
Only he'll never be satisfied. And the sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
Yeah, it seems like a bit of a dick move to say that on the first one. Also, Sci-Fi, amazed applause. Yeah. And actually, Sci-Fi, there is a little bit of blood right there around the neck. Splatter from our brother.
Not at all. I remember him the same since I was a nipper. When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days. He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to get him on our side and to cooperate with us.
Aren't we all on the same side?
Maybe everyone's saying that. But it's time to put it into action.
After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me. And tell me what it's all about.
You know? Sure.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
Oh, I'm glad they've reconciled. That's good. Also, pig roast. Nice. Okay, is there also a place we can wash up what little bit of blood there is on us? Oh, yep. Apparently no. Okay, well, we've got to go up there. Back to the party. Sir, could you go any slower? Jeez. All right, we got to go all the way up. And to the next. So our next one is... Oh, he's down now? Wait, what? Wasn't he? I could have sworn it was showing we needed to go all the way up before. Oh. Yeah, it's still showing it up.
Greetings, friend. Good day.
And that's exactly why we mustn't push too hard.
You know, I'm gonna look in here though.
Burgers,
What's the hold-up?
Sir Bocek, I need to speak with you for a moment.
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear. Yobs comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes, and now you're all jostling to win me over for him.
On the contrary, I've come here with an idea how to improve it.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men-at-arms?
Perhaps.
If not, you can go to the devil with it.
A few thousand men-at-arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got my attention, but not my money yet.
That's fair.
How can I persuade you?
I need guarantees of security. I don't want to end up like Ruta.
You know, that's fair. That's very fair.
Of course. Once it comes to protecting property, ideals go out the window.
You can talk, since you haven't got a pot to piss in yourself. If you were in my position, you'd think differently. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund.
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
What about... You would never say yes to that. Oh. I like that we can offer up Liechtenstein and Lord Capon here. Ooh, both are fun. Both are fun. I kind of want to click this one though. Yeah.
How about young Lord Capon?
He's a youngster still.
Oh, how old's your niece? Yeah, you can want to marry an old man.
What's wrong with him? He's young, he's handsome, women are fighting over him. Yitka will like him, and he'll give her a whole bunch of children.
And to half the wenches in his domain too, eh? On the other hand, the lords of Leipa have a good reputation, and Hanush can always be relied on despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
So you'll support the plan? I really don't want to convey the offer to Lord Capon.
So, Will you support our plan?
You're selling the skin of a boar that's still grunting. First, I want a confirmation that the wedding will take place as soon as possible.
And what if Lord Capon refuses?
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide.
You know, that's
if
fair.
he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom. Things have come to a pretty pass.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Hanush.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I saw him on here, didn't I? Yeah, there he is. Hey, Hanush. I got a thing.
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
Well, Lord Capon's going to get married. Oh, boy. Maybe we should ease into it with I've gained us an ally. Nah, straight into it. Just rip that band-aid off.
Young Lord Capon is going to get married.
If he's got some impoverished noble's daughter pregnant, I'll have his hide. I'm not going to support some bastard.
You misunderstood my meaning. I was the one who arranged the betrothal.
Ooh, probably shouldn't have said that.
With your blessing.
You arranged a marriage for my ward? Just like that? With who?
With the niece of Sir Butchek, Lord of Kunstadt. Her name's Yidka.
Butchek of Kunstadt? The Butchek of Kunstadt? Godwin, you conniving old bastard.
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstadt's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. But let's drink to it, shall we?
Cheers, yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers to you. And to your parlaying skills.
I love that Hanush is happy about this. Capon's not going to be. Back in the pocket. Back in the pocket. Hey, reputation gained. So do I go back to him and be like, hey. Yo.
Sir Butchek, your niece Yidka can start preparing for her wedding.
So Hanush agreed, without reservations.
Indeed.
He was quite happy about it.
I will fulfill my end of the bargain without reservation.
Thank you, Lord of Kunstadt.
Enough formality. We'll have a drink. What do you say?
Uh-oh. I have a bad feeling that if we drink too much, we're going to be screwed. But cheers.
Cheers to the beautiful Lady Yidka and the unhappy Lord Capon.
Here's to a good bargain.
Good bargain.
Hold up.
Well, that's fun. Okay, well, first off, yeah, we got blood on that. Oh yeah, we're overeating because of all the drinking. And okay, we got a little bit of drunkenness, a little bit, not too bad though, not too bad. We got another person to talk to though, but I don't see the shield for them.
Why we mustn't push too hard.
Now, earlier we saw her by the fireplace up here, so hopefully she's still there, but... Nope, it's Hans now. Hans, buddy, congratulations. Oh, hey, why is it not showing a thing for her? Weird.
God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you. What would that be?
Your diplomatic support. And your money.
No beating around the bush, eh?
No.
I like that. But what do you want my money for?
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Yeah, basically.
Christ. Be praised. You're astute.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
Oh, she even knows it's Liechtenstein's plan. You know a lot, my lady.
Hit the nail on the head again, Mom. You're well informed.
I am rarely mistaken.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine. And beneficial deals.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to ask this. Yeah.
Who did you learn from? In my experience, women usually learn other.
Probably the wrong one to click now.
I
We're
acquired
gonna
the
lose rap with
basics
her.
from my husband. God rest his soul.
Uh-huh.
And the rest I learnt quickly, as soon as others started sniffing around his estate.
Fair.
So, to the point.
Hey,
what
no rep
is it
lost.
that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more. I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
Yeah, your money, but you're wise as well, yeah.
It's not only your money we're interested in. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our plan...
Then I'd be helpful to you on two fronts.
Exactly.
If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason.
Uh-oh. What do we got now?
Perhaps a favor in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Uh-oh.
Who's that?
Harmon Alder.
Uh-oh.
Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
Ooh. I don't know which one to ask because I'm worried we're only going to get one go at it. It's always one of my problems. I always assume we can just go down the list and like ask things, like with many of the other games we play. But a lot of times in this game, it's the one and done, which gets me in trouble sometimes because I think to myself, "Oh, hey, we have options." Oh no. And yeah, sci-fi. I was thinking that one too myself. So you know what? You got it. You said for it as well. Yeah, why not?
And the papers I'm supposed to plant on Alder?
Just insignificant documents. If the incriminating ones disappeared without a trace, it would arouse suspicion.
Okay, so we did have multiple things we could go with here. Ooh.
And these papers I'm supposed to switch, what do they concern?
My relatives somehow dug up some trade contracts between myself and certain undesirable parties.
You were dealing with the enemy.
They were not the enemy at the time. My conscience is clear, but I'll rest easier when those papers are in my hands.
I mean, all right.
All right, I'll help you. Or at least I'll give it a try.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left in the shed on the outer courtyard.
Oh, thank God.
Bring them to me, and put these there instead.
I was worried I might have to break into a room.
Odorin's groom has eyes everywhere.
Yeah, I was worried I might have to break into a room, and I don't know what Godwin's stealth and all is. Oh, pardon me, guard.
Take a look at that. A nightingale surrounded by...
All right. Outer? Oh, no. Who's that man coming towards me? Who's that man coming towards me? The stable master! Yeah, okay, I kind of figured that was... And there he is. Damn, I had an opportunity. Oh, hi. Wait, what?
What brings you here?
Yep. Damn. I should have gone in before he came over, but I got worried when I saw someone coming towards us like, ah, crap. How do we get him away? Or does he have a wait timer thingy, maybe? Will he eventually walk away to go do something else? I have no idea. Yum. God, I want that so bad. I haven't been to a pig roast in years. Well, crap. Guy's got to pee sometime. I mean, that's my hope. That's my hope. Oh, what a beautiful horse. My saddle too. He's just standing there now. There's also 4 more beds up there. There's a lot of beds around here. Oh, God, hi. He's running right into me, sir. Wait. Where did he just go? Did he go into there? Oh, no, he went to go get water. Go. Well, good thing he's over there. Granted, now I've got to wait for him to leave.
What's that?
Oh?
Did I imagine it?
Okay, I need him to go get water again. Oh, hi! Out of my way.
Hey, you! What are you doing here? No one's allowed in here.
I'm just leaving anyway. The servus.
That won't please Lord Odorin.
Crap. Well, I got caught. Damn. But, I mean, didn't take my papers, so I assume we're fine. Why do we never have an icon on the lady?
I've got those papers from Alder for you.
Quiet. You don't have to announce it. to
Yeah,
everyone.
damn, Godwin.
Lady, with all the clamor going on here, I can hardly hear my own thoughts. Here they are.
You're more capable than I expected. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. And now you're part of the bargain.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words and money.
Thank
All right.
you, noble lady. God will...
Yes, quite. But let's drink to our bargain,
Oh
Godwin.
boy, a lot of drinking here. Yeah, to your health. Yeah.
How could I refuse a toast with such a fine lady? To your health, Lady Anna.
And to the success of our efforts.
Cut back in the pocket again. Okay, let's talk to Liechtenstein about the arranged sport. Also, I want to check something. Dang. I was hoping maybe he might have one of the anti-drunk potions. That's a no. That's a no.
I'm still
Oh,
hoping it
Liechtenstein.
works out.
Gentlemen, I think we can raise our goblets to the successful conclusion of the negotiations.
Is this supposed to be your secret weapon?
Hi, Ops.
Like I said, miracles happen where you least expect them. Tell me, Godwin of the House of Odorin, what news do you bring us?
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the widow of Waldstein and Sir Bocek of Kunstad will support our cause.
Both of them. Good heavens, what did you promise them?
This is going to be a long story, and I could use a drink.
You've had enough, sir.
So if you'll excuse me. My lords?
Okay. Oh, there's our brother. Was he successful?
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak.
True.
And that we could not find common ground.
Uh-huh.
But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the Balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians. Our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslaus, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And
Excellent.
if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Take that, Hans. I'm pleased by this.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
Well, we got an unhappy Hans in the corner over there. I mean, Hans, you knew it was going to happen one day. You're a lord. And Hanush is your, you know, the one in charge of you. He is your keeper. Oh, hey, back to City Hall. Friggin' finally. All right. So let's see how this finishes up. Oh God, it's gonna take forever, isn't it? We're at 52 minutes, 53 actually. Are we still serving wine?
After we conquered the city,
Oh,
you
no,
promised
cutscene.
to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that the rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere. Point them to the Jewish quarter and give them free rein. To do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, all you have to do is make sure the city rebel get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylenders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us
we
for a
heard
fool.
about a miner rebellion?
They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants! Chicken shits! Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
I apologize, sire. I'll do everything in my power to...
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore place the City Council under the authority of Sir MacLeod von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets.
Very true.
And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir MacLeod von Aulitz now. No one else.
Well,
the council is dismissed.
Okay.
You don't go anywhere, boy.
Oh, okay.
Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry.
Fair.
And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Okay, I should probably be by the wine then.
Between the two of us, MacLeod, was I not perhaps too harsh on them?
It's just to serve him. Does he want white or red?
We have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you are harsh, but rightfully so.
Huh?
These councillors, they need to be shown their place.
I guess I gotta wait until he says.
You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year.
Okay.
We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart.
Oh.
We have enemies here on all sides.
Hungarians rebelling, you
Wish
say?
we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries. They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year.
Well, that's
If
a
our
late response
father
with
was
wine,
still
but okay.
alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslaus' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and
Oh.
the rest will fall in line.
So when are you gonna do that
You
arrest?
say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
There are a lot of fortresses,
We'll
yes.
find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out
Well, I mean, yeah.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobst does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
Okay, get it.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your health.
Indeed, Bohemia has great wine. So we good here? We done?
And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king.
Thank you, sire. You are too magnanimous.
Why? You did a good job. You can be proud of yourself.
Well, thank you.
Health, Your Majesty.
Wish I could have poisoned the wine. That'd have been fun. I mean, completely ahistorical, but fun.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemaker.
Oh, we're still going? I thought that was going to be the end of it.
While the council was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Raposh.
Oh, did they?
Odorin won't give you any more trouble.
Oh.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Odorin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosh will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
Oh, yeah.
For the king, red wine.
Got it.
No,
Oh, my God. How long?
we shall have white.
Oh, all right.
Had enough of red.
White it is. Quickly.
Oh, God. How long is this going to be going on for? Damn.
Will follow. I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
I was going to use that cannon again, huh?
We could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
But to bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
Well, that seems excessive.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
So you
There's
think?
been enough fretting, sire.
Oh,
You
I'm
shall
standing
see.
there now.
Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
To victory.
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
I mean, he may technically be our enemy, but I'm not going to pass up a drink with the king. Oh, God, more cutscene. God damn it. So, someone should probably warn them they're about to be attacked. Oh.
Do something here in the daytime.
Oh, the feast. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We are drunk. That's not great. But a perfect place to end. So I assume because we did take all those drinks earlier in the day that this is our punishment. And now we are feasting and trying to, end things here, I guess. Granted, again, there's an army coming for them, so... But, yeah, good place for us to end. Thank God. I thought we were going to be in for like another 10 minutes of cutscenes. But, okay, so we learned a lot today. We learned a lot. I especially do like that technically we have a brother-ish, kind of, which is kind of cool for Henry. I'm ecstatic about how pissed Capon is about his wedding proposal there. That's hilarious, and I love it. Take that, Hans. That's for all the times you've pissed me off. And yeah, we heard all about Sigismund's plans. So good times. But yes, that's going to be it for this one today. Hopefully you all have enjoyed. And you do come back for the next, where we're back in Godwin's shoes. And this time they're very drunken shoes. Oh no. But until then, thank you for watching as always. Well, have a good one.